Hi, this is Twisted Granny Tarot. My name is Sherry, and it's time for our exploration of the month of June for Capricorns. So I have the Diane Virtue Fairy Tarot Cards deck, which I don't use very much, but it's really pretty. So I thought some people might not have ever seen this deck. You probably have. Well, I thought it might be fun to work with. Okay, June is the month, derives its name from the Roman goddess Juno, who is sacred to, wait a minute. The month of June is sacred to Juno and all gods and goddesses who preside over love, passion, and beauty. Whew. So be ready. It could be a good month, right? So I'm finishing up the deck of shuffle here. These are big, stiff cards. And I've pulled out the king in this deck. Pentacles is signified by autumn. So the king of autumn is the king of pentacles, and the queen of autumn is the queen of pentacles. Just do that to aggravate the readers, don't they? Okay. So now we're going to do that. We're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. And then I'm going to cut them 3 times. Ready? Okay. At this table, the tarot diagram is as an astrology chart. So if you had your astrology chart done, it would look like a pie with 12 slices in it. Now, I don't know how the Babylonians came up with that idea. Well, it's got to do with their view of the sky. That's all I can tell you about that. And each one of these slices is labeled with a particular topic. So when I lay down a card on any given slot here, piece of pie, we're going to talk about what that house rules. So the second house rules your money. It's all about finances, possessions, and values. Fourth house is all about your home, your family. Where you're coming from? It's your deep-seated emotions, I guess. And fifth house is romance and creativity. 10th house is career and all that, all the way around the zodiac. So if it's okay with you, we will start now. Okay? So first house is what you think about most. Capricorn, will you look at this, please? Look at here. My very first card that was drawn is the Magician. Right now, you are in the midst of manifesting some things. Now, you may be on the beginning edge of the manifestation, or you might be close to gaining your heart's desire. But apparently, you're pretty good at manifesting, so congratulations. It's kind of like some people come by it automatically, and some people have to work a little bit or even harder to get to manifest items in their life. But really, all you have to do is think about what you want. Tell your ancestors you want it, and then wait for them to deliver it. But if you want to give them encouragement every little while, every week, every couple of 3 days, on the full moon, the new moon, just remind them, woohoo, remember, I want this big honking thing, and I'll be good to it, okay? Okay, second house is your own money. Oh, you're releasing money. What the heck? Are you buying a business? Actually, but what the card says is this card means let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move up. So did you manifest a job with a higher paycheck and you're going to move? That's the story this might be telling me here. It's kind of logical. So you're releasing what has been holding you back and you've manifested something new, or you're in the process of manifesting something new. Okay, third house. Third house is a summer card. I think that's cups. Oh, guess what? This one's telling you now. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Making the decision is sometimes the hardest part, confusion that arises from overanalyzing options. So you know what? There's an expression. Maybe this isn't quite appropriately right, but it makes sense to me. If you find a solution, but you think it's too simple, can't possibly work, that's too simple. And any person could think of that. Well, it might just be exactly right. Because there's an expression, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So if this item looks like a good idea and it has a good history behind it or a good prognosis for the future, then it's time. So look, I am going to tell you, generally speaking, it's time. The tarot readers are not in charge of the timing of your life. That belongs to the people upstairs that you have lost in the past. Somebody who loved you is still watching over you. Your family members that loved you are still watching over you. So it's okay to talk to them and it's okay to ask them for things, knowing that you have to hold up your end of the bargain, which in your case might be, I promise to go to work every day. Nope, Capricorns like to work. They like money. So things are going to be not as dismal as some may predict. Okay? Okay. Fourth house is your home. Now, this is the Queen of Cups. Summer, loving, comforting emotion. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others. So the Queen of Cups lives in your house. I'm hoping it's your wife or your lover, and I'm hoping that this makes sense to you, because so far we have good news up until the fourth house, and the fourth house is still good news. All right, now this is what I would call a face card, because it's the Queen of Cups. And so I'm going to draw what I call a modifier on it. Oh. Well, the modifier on the already wonderful process of having Queen of Cups live in your house, so to speak. Okay, you might have a mate that you don't see how you can possibly get along without. All right, what this says: be grateful. Here's a couple dancing in front of their castle, of course. Be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness and a contented personal life. Wait a minute. This sounds like a fairy tale. All these 5 good cards right in a row. Congratulations. Let's hope we keep up with the good vibes all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 houses, romance and creativity. And okay. But this card says, well, it's kind of a conflict card. It says stress that comes from having many things happening at once. But if you manifest it, it's going to take place in its own time, and then these things are going to be simultaneously going on. It's successful multitasking, period. That's what it says. Sudden events or changes. So it looks like you're all leading up to better financial success and more comfort and stability in your life. It seems like you've got a wonderful mate here, and she might absorb a lot of stress that the Capricorns have accumulated to themselves. Because sometimes Caps are worrywarts, sometimes. Stress that comes from having many things. So it sounds like you got many good things lined up happening here for you. I hope it stays good. It seems like it will, but we'll get a better picture as we go around the circle here. Okay, 6th house is work and health. Great. Is this let go of belief systems that no longer work for you? An important life-changing event. It's in your 6th house of work and health. So are you planning on, it seems like you're planning on leaving your work. And when you feel comfortable that what you want to have manifested has manifested, then that would be a big fat clue to move forward. A situation that leads to significant opportunities. It could be that you could get promoted within your own company, and you may have worked hard to get promoted. All I know is, Mr. Cap, you're having a good year, apparently. How about that? 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. What? This is your 7th house, remember? Business partnerships and marriage partnerships. Here's a lovely little girl dancing on her ice skates. There is a better choice. Not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So do not run away from the truth. And you may feel like You want to act quickly or fast. You may feel like you want it. Running away from the truth, not seeing things clearly. Well, remember that story about the duck? Sometimes things are that simple and sometimes they are not. So this idea that you have about your work and health, it seems like it's simple and it will progress as designed. And this says there is a better choice. So keep pondering. You know what? Keep pondering, because every day some little change could turn the dial and make it even better process for you. Okay? All right, eighth house, money from other people. This is wands. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. This is all about big life changes this year. Holy cow. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from job well done. This is eighth house, money from other people. Money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks, insurance checks, and unearned income, like a bonus check. Plan your next steps. Have patience. There are more good things. So what may be happening here is you're in the mood to move into a long-term plan. Maybe you've been in the mood for a couple of years and it's been slow manifesting, but apparently you figured out how. Okay? Have patience. There are more good things to come. Okay, well then have patience. There are more good things to come. Stay in the game and wait for your appropriate move. Okay? This is ninth house. Ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Now, Caps might love all those things, but sometimes Caps like to stay home. For one thing, they kind of like their home and they like steady relationships just in general. And they don't like to spend money unnecessarily. They have a long-term goal because they're going to live a long time. And they have, preferences and responsibilities that they want to proceed in. Okay, wonderful news. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public record. Oh, this is a triumph card. What is up with this? The only other sign that's doing this good is Cancer, and Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn. So you guys are in cahoots here somehow. Wonderful news is on the way. Okay, wonderful news. Now, having said the statement about philosophy, religion, higher education, and travel, sometimes Caps don't like to travel because it makes them uncomfortable. They do love their comforts, and it's costly. So Caps might wait until they retire to do any serious touring of anything, anywhere. So listen, people can have vacation, have a good time in their backyard too, because there's lots of, they're generally speaking, oh God, one tank trips. That was an article that appeared every week in the newspaper in the city that I lived in. And the fellow would write about taking a trip that would only take one tank of gas to get from X to Y and back again. Okay, so it looks like you're going to get promoted. Success. Money from other people. So they're watching you. Now, hang on. This is your 10th house. Let's see what's happening here. Ew. All right, now. If this was in a regular deck, there would be a picture of a devil here. The devil is what you most love and what you most hate. What your ego wants and what it's possible to get might be two different things. But what the printed word says on the bottom of here is, well, actually, people are afraid of the devil, and they're afraid of him because it's a temptation. Well, if you're on a diet, you sure as heck can't have any sugar or candy, right? But I don't know about you, but I sneak it all the time. And then there's might be a strong character who has committed beliefs. And this, oh, but you're afraid. Yeah, because this Capricorn Devil card is coming up in your 10th house. So it might scare the silly bejesus out of you to think that you're going to get what you want and more, because that's what it looks like to me. Okay, now as far as a date goes, how shall I say this? Placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Well, that worry will cause anxiety, and it could cause some little bit of shaky kerfuffles in yourself because of self-doubt. But you're probably pretty good at masking that. Nobody will ever know that you're having slight doubts. Okay, getting caught up in fear and worry. Don't get caught up in fear and worry. If they give you the promotion, take it. But you may want to examine exactly what they think you ought to be doing, because you may have a better idea or a different idea, and you want to be happy and do most of what you want, not what they want you to do. Okay? Okay, 11th house. This is long-term plans and friends from previous employers. It's the 9 of Cups. Really? No. It's the 9 of Wands. Protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Okay. The 11th house is friends from previous employers and long-term plans. Well, this really kind of hit the head on the long-term plan. You want to protect yourself, protect what you already have achieved, and you don't want to lose any ground in that department. Prepare for possible challenges that lie. So if you get the promotion and you take the promotion, there will be challenges that you may not ever have met before. Well, then you wouldn't be the first one, would you? So forge ahead with deliberate confidence. How's that? That'll look good to the people who watch you look good with deliberate confidence. 12 house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Oh, we got a face cards. We got the Prince of Wands. Oh, Wands, well, because it's spring, but it's Wands in a regular deck. And Wands governs business. So what this card says at the bottom here is immediate action. Well, yeah, so you've been eating, sleeping, and dreaming this job. You've been dreaming about it. Because right here it says, immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage. This has been going on in the back of your head forever, just a long time. A passionate relationship. Well, that'd be good too, wouldn't it? I can't find any fault with that. Matter of fact, your whole layout here is pretty astounding. And the middle card, we got another face card. It's the Princess of Spring. It's time to go after your dreams. So you've hit the end of the road for you. You're tired of fussing around and being told no. So now I have to put another face card on this. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Well, I would say caution, with caution. Okay, caution. Okay, now the 4 of Autumn, which is the 4 of Pentacles. Oh, this is about managing your money. And manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. I think you probably do that on a regular basis. Help out those who are less fortunate. So maybe with your newfound success, which we expect it to ultimately work into a greater paycheck and more responsibility and more accolades. That's what we expect, right? It's asking you to help those less fortunate because you have achieved your goal. And you know what? In order to keep good things happening, you have to give good things. You have to give things away to people. I mean, do nice things for them. Donate money to somewhere. Give whatever you feel like doing. Just try to be kind to people. Help out those less fortunate. How you spend it, because it's possible to feel like your life and your money is getting away from you, but you still have money to spend. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, that's it. So I think that you're going to have a stellar year. This is just part of this year. So I'm hoping that you get the news on the about the promotion and your fondest heart's desire with your ways to earn money. And readers, I can't really give you any time element, although I could try, okay? Because the timing is handled by the people on the other side who loved you, okay? So I can ask, let's just do this. When is Mr. and Miss King of Wands, no, King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles? When's this new new job stuff going to take place? Okay, well, I'll just pull out this. So this is going to be a time element question. 1, 2, 3. Got a 3. We got an 11. Kids, these 2 cards are from the major arcana. These are destiny cards. Also, yeah, they're known as the major arcana, but they're also known as destiny cards. Then we get the Empress here. She's the queen of all the queens. So is there somebody at work who is the queen of queens or the king of the kings? Somebody really likes you. Let's just put it that way. And what do I have here? Oh, and I got 4 cards here. Well, I'll be dang. Okay. Strength card. Okay, here's the Empress. Can this work? Oops, can't do that. The Empress, the Strength card. You're good at your job, and you have a lot of confidence, and other people have confidence in you too. Okay, now King of Winter. Here, knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional. Ta-da! That's you. 10 of Spring. Ask for help from others. Okay, so even with the new job, you will not know absolutely everything that you should be doing or could be doing or blah, 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 blah. So it might be a good idea to talk to people in the department and ask them, a set of questions that seem like you really want to improve their lives and improve their jobs. Then they'll talk to you. And you can use their brains to help you succeed, right? Okay, well, that's it for me. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. I said we got a 3, we got an 11, we got this doesn't have a number on it, and then we got a 10. Well, if all these were major arcana cards, stuff happens within days. But we got this 10 of Spring here. So, what I'm going to tell you is this probably won't be completed for about a year because we got a 10. This is 10 months. Or it could be 10 weeks. So let's do this. 10 plus 11 is 21. Plus 3 is 24. So 24 weeks is almost 6 months. So I'm going to say 24 weeks at the outset, somewhere around this. So it's, like Christmas, right? This is June. No, this is only May. Wait a minute, in June, right? Okay. Well, alrighty then. I think we did pretty good today. Thanks for joining me, and I appreciate your time and your energy and your tuning in. Thanks. This is Twisted Granny Tarot Sherry. Love you. Mean it.